Alright guys, you're welcome to Emacom TV, where we publish news on politics and entertainment. Alright, the video you're about to watch now, I came across this video in Agatha Progress channel. If you go to our channel, Agatha Progress shows she's a Biafran broadcaster. So I saw this video on her channel, and the video actually carries a lot. It's detailed about this lady here. The lady here, her name is Dr. Nelly. The lady, according to her, was able to get detailed information of how Nnamdi Kanu was tracked down to Kenya, what happened to him, what they did to him by the Kenyan authorities and the Nigerian DSS, how Nnamdi Kanu passed out, and how an angel resuscitated Nnamdi Kanu. She all documented everything down. The method she used is mind-blowing. Nobody knows, how she was able to do it, but the method, according to first-hand information, is called remote viewing. She was able to use remote viewing. It's a CIA, it's a CIA secret technique to record anything that happens anywhere without a camera. You don't need to have a camera. How she was able to record it using remote viewing is mind-blowing. This is going to shock you watching this video all the way to the end. She detailed everything that happened to Nnamdi Kanu. So watch the video to the end. The video is up to 45 minutes long. Take your time, watch the video, drop your comment, let me know what you think. Happy viewing.
Like before I started making videos, I told them this is what is going on. They all know. Chike Dozier was in the meeting on the 19th. They're all part of this.
Sorry, so, 19th of what month? Which month? 19th of which month?
19th of June. Let me point out what you said about our leader being strangled. The way I saw it clearly. The way they were trying to strangle Ikonso, that was the way they were trying to strangle our leader. So I was telling people, I'm going to tell you everything I saw, the way I saw it. And then record this video when our leader comes out, present it to him. If he says it's contrary, if there's any discrepancy, we'll know. If not, this is exactly the way I saw it. I told them that the way I saw them strangle Ikonso was exactly the same way they tried to strangle our leader. I also saw them cut his wrist. They cut his wrist here so that he can bleed to death. Those are one of the ways they tried to kill him. So when I said it, somebody was like, oh, you are crazy, you are lunatic. How do you know how they tried to kill him? I'm like, I don't know. I'm going by what I was shown. That was one of the ways they tried to kill him. I saw it clearly. So in that report, Sahara reporters went and met with our leader. And Sahara reporters reported that there were injuries around our leader's neck. They can go and read it up. There are injuries around our leader's neck. What are injuries doing around our leader's neck? Because they tried to strangle him. It got to the point that two people were strangling him. They had that rope. One person had it to this end, and the other person had it to this end. They were trying to take the life out of him. But he's indestructible. They couldn't kill him. They also cut his wrist so that he can bleed to death. He didn't bleed to death because he's indestructible. That is the way God made him. So that's what I was referring to. So when Sahara reporters met him, they confirmed that there are injuries on his wrist. They also confirmed that there are injuries around his neck. Exactly what I said. And they thought calling me crazy was going to stop me. So I was emphasized that I've been validated. Because Sahara reporters has told us there were injuries around our leader's neck. Because that's one of the ways they tried to kill him. They tried to strangle him. Just like the way they strangled Ikonso. That was the same strategy they tried to use. And then they cut his wrist, which has been confirmed by Sahara reporters. So that's what I was saying in that article that I wrote.
So did all these things happen on the airport? Because the story has it that...
The location. It happened in a location. People keep on saying it's in DSS custody. I didn't see any airport. I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. I did not see anything that had anything to do with an airport. What I saw, they put our leader in a location, in a house. It is not an office. It's not a security office. It's not a police station. It's not a prison. It's a residential home. It's a house owned by an individual. It has no signs. It had nothing to show that it was like a police custody, like you know how somebody is arrested and they take him to the police station. No. And there's a tree that is in front of that house. So that tree was in front of that house. And then where they took our leader was in a residential placement. It has nothing to do with any police station in Kenya. I'm going to emphasize it. God cannot lie. That is exactly the way I saw it. So our leader was not taken into a police station in Kenya. And all the people that I saw that were killing our leader were all DSS Nigerian zoo government people. They had, even though they had uniforms that presented like Kenyan people. No, I saw DSS. I saw it clearly. None of those officials were from Kenya. Not even a single one of them. All of them, what I saw, all of them, they were DSS, zoo people. And they placed our leader in a house, somebody's house. They didn't take him to any police station. I didn't see any airports. I didn't see any Kenyan security officer. They're going to tell you, oh, she's going to change, implicate the legal procedures. That's bullshit, because this is 6 months and nothing legal has been done. So I'm going to say what I saw. I didn't see any Kenya official trying to kill our leader. The people I saw were the zoo government DSS official and IPOB members. They are the ones that contracted these people. They are the ones that they paid. With the politicians, they are the ones that brought the money and sponsored these people. They are the ones that kidnapped and tried to kill our leader. So I don't care what anybody tells me about Kenya. I'm going to keep on saying what I'm saying. I did not see any Kenya official. I did not see our leader in any Kenya police station. Our leader was placed in a residential placement, in a residential home. And they tried to kill him every single day out of those 7 days. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I saw and how it happened. So there was no Kenya. Kenya is not involved. Anybody can bring it to me. Kenya is not involved. The Southeast governors, the politicians, and DOS officers, I can mention the name again. Nenayanya is part of this. Kanon Takane is part of this. Judas is Caroline is part of this. Even after our leader was sent to DSS in the zoo, I saw Caroline Okorafo go to Kenya. Time will prove me correct. What did she go to Kenya to do? I saw 2 other women ransack the place that our leader was staying. Who are those 2 women? Nenayanya will tell us who those 2 women are. Nenayanya will tell us why Caroline Okorafo went to Kenya after our leader has already been transported to the zoo. These are facts that are going to come out. It doesn't matter what anybody say about it, how they want to pretend. It is the truth, because God cannot lie. Jehovah Chukwu Kikabiama cannot lie. And I am a servant of Chukwu Kikabiama. And he reveals things to me exactly the way it happened. Time will prove me correct that Judas Caroline flew to Kenya. What did she go there to do? I saw her ransacking our leader's residence. There were 2 other women that were ransacking our leader's residence. Save this video, because time will prove me right.
So you mean after our leader was kidnapped, some people still traveled to that house and checked stuff and decided to scatter the house?
That is my witness. That is exactly the way I saw it.
Wow.
Kabiama is my witness. They flew here from the United States. I saw it clearly. Went to that house, ransacked it, and took stuff. Before they came, there were 2 other women. I saw them clearly. They ransacked that house. That's after our leader has already been transported to the zoo. By
that time, did we know if our leader was kidnapped? Because between the gap of the announcement,
our leader was already in the zoo when I saw these women ransacking the house. When the spiritual things, there's a way they happen. So it's with time.
Yeah, I understand. But I'm saying, was the announcement made already? We from the information we gathered that our leader was taken to the zoo 8 days after. Nobody knows until when the Nigerian government decided to announce it.
Let me go to the beginning. Our leader was supposed to make some critical changes on June 10th. That June 10th, he didn't come to the meeting. So we didn't see him. And later on, I realized that he was poisoned. Our leader was poisoned on June 10th by the people that he trusts.
Who are those people? Do you know them?
Our leader will have to say, because I told him the names. And they are the ones who also ran over there to pretend to take care of him. This is like a network controlled by Nenayanya and Kanon Takane. So our leader was in the hospital for 3 days. He was bleeding in the lungs, bleeding. You cannot survive it. There's no human being can survive that. He also had blood clot.
So he went to the hospital to treat those poison, yeah?
He was sick and he went to the hospital. I'm telling you exactly the way I saw it. So he was sick. He was taken to that hospital. After 3 days, he woke up again. So when I spoke to him, I called him. I said, this is what I see. What is going on? He now explained what happened. And I told you they were going to poison you. I told him exactly the way they were going to poison him. I told him where they put it. And our leader said he was going to take care of it. But I think our leader already submitted himself to them to get killed. I think he believed his death will bring us our freedom. I think that's part of the destiny. It has to be fulfilled. I told him, this is that. And you were poisoned. And he was bleeding in the lungs. He had blood clots. I explained to him what I saw. He said it's exactly what happened. Yeah. And after 3 days, he was discharged because I didn't speak to him for those 3 days.
So the poison was in Kenya or in US?
This is in the location. I can't tell you the location.
Okay.
It was in the location where he was staying. I don't ask our leader his location. So when I spoke to him after 3 days, the 4th day, actually, as soon as he came back from the hospital, he called me and I said, what is going on? This is what I'm seeing. He said, yes, you're correct. This is what happened. I said, what you don't know is that you were poisoned. He didn't say anything. He didn't want to acknowledge that he was poisoned or he was not poisoned. But he acknowledged that everything I told him about what happened to him was accurate. And then the next day, our leader went up on air and continued broadcasting like nothing happened. That was the first time he needed to make changes. The zoo government, in collaboration with the DOS members and the people that our leader trusted, couldn't let that happen. So he survived. And then on the 19th, June 19th, he tried to make the changes again. We scheduled to have a meeting on the 19th. We were all waiting for our leader to come to the meeting. We waited and waited. We didn't see our leader. Before then, there were suspicious activities. There were about 56 executive members in that meeting. And all of them will confirm what I'm about to say. If they don't confirm, the spirit of Idu will strike them and they will die with their generation. Because I'm saying the truth and they need to validate this truth. Because they were present at this meeting. They will all die if they don't speak out, they don't speak the truth.
Can you mention the people that we should expect them to speak, please?
There are 56. We can get a list of the people that were at that meeting. There were at least 56 people at that meeting. They are coordinators. They are regional coordinators.
Was Chika Doziem there?
Chika Doziem was there.
Including China Sanworu, yeah?
China Sanworu was not there.
Okay.
Chika Doziem was there. Kanon Takano was not there. This is the US executive meeting. So what happened? We waited for our leader while we were waiting for them. We noticed that Chinyere Onwenye, the liaison lady, the one that opened this limited liability company in the name of IPOB, the account that I just showed you, she's the one that used Tobenna. Tobenna is her family member to open that account. While we were having this meeting, this lady kept getting up and down, talking to somebody on the phone. She was so antsy. She would talk to somebody on the phone, she would come back and sit down. She would get up again, she would come back and sit down. She would get up again, she would come back and sit down. Caroline Okorafor, aka Judas is Caroline, was also very antsy on the phone. And everybody at this meeting could see exactly what was going on. So after like getting up like 3 or 4 times, Eunice Chinyere Onwenye came and sat down. Listening to this is very, very important. She came and said, you people know that our leader's life is in danger. The zoo government is chasing our leader, and our leader will not come to these meetings. These are the 3 things she said. I wrote it in that article. Our leader's life is in danger. The zoo government is chasing our leader, and our leader will not come to this meeting.
Sorry, what is her job? What was her job?
She is a regional coordinator. Is she like the deputy or whatever? Then she was in charge of the liaison group. Okay. And when she was given permission to open that account, I told our leader, these are the things that she's going to do. These are the things that are going to happen when she opened that account. I even fought against that account. We had a meeting and I fought against that account because I saw everything that is going to happen. And therefore, they all happened. And I told our leader, they are all going to happen. I've already been vindicated because it happened.
Sorry, let's go back to that meeting. When Chinyere said that, do you people know that the zoo government is after our leader? They want to kill our leader. Our leader
said it. Oh, this meeting, we have to go. Our leader's life is in danger. The zoo government is chasing our leader, and our leader will not come to this meeting. Let's adjourn. The secretary will tell us when next we're going to have the meeting. That's how she said.
Secretary is Caroline, right?
Caroline, yes.
Then what did Chika Doziem say that time? When she
Doziem was like, did our leader know that we scheduled this meeting? Did our leader know that this meeting is going to take place? So why is he not coming to this? They all knew exactly what has happened to our leader. Why is our leader not coming to this meeting? Did he know that this meeting was scheduled?
And do you have a record of this?
People,
do you have a record of that meeting?
They don't like to have it in video, but a meeting with 56 people, more than 56 freaking people.
Do you have the audio?
That nobody else is going to come to, that they were all blinded, that they didn't see what was going on. 56 freaking people. And the people of our nation, you can call yourself Biafra. I'm from Idu. The people of Idu nation need to hold these people accountable. You need to conduct an interview. Anybody that was in this meeting, ask them what I just said. What I'm saying, ask them if it happened and how it happened. So after Chinyere Onwenye said, there are 3 things that you have to put in your head. He said that our leader's life was in danger. She said that. She said that the zoo government was chasing our leader. I need you to understand what I'm saying. This is on June 19th. Our leader had a fundraising in Australia. After the fundraising, he was supposed to come to our meeting. While we were waiting for our meeting, Chinyere Onwenye made 3 statements. He said that our leader's life was in danger, that the zoo government was chasing our leader, and that our leader will not come to the meeting. We later on realized that the zoo government was actually chasing our leader. We found out that our leader's life was actually in danger. We also found out that our leader did not come to the meeting. Judas' Caroline was on there going back and forth on the phone. You could see them. When she got the phone call she was waiting for, that our leader was already in custody of these people, you can see she was like more relaxed. And then she came and told us. First of all, she said, it is weird that he's not answering his phone. What is weird about him not answering his phone? Then eventually she came to tell us that the meeting will be adjourned because it looks like something is wrong. And then our leader will not be coming to the meeting. And then we will schedule another time. That was the end of that meeting. Chike Doziem was there asking stupid questions. Did our leader know that this meeting was scheduled? Is our leader coming? Why are we waiting? Can somebody tell us something? You can tell that all knew.
What did you say? Sorry, go ahead.
Nena, who was not in the meeting, appeared in the meeting. She was off camera. Then Adama Oka Brown, the mother of Caroline, she was not in she was already suspended. She was already kicked out as coordinator. Then she appeared it was like they were laughing at the grave of our leader. They came from nowhere. And if all the people that were part of this meeting, you're not going to say what happened, Idu will kill you. The spirit of our land will kill you. So it is your responsibility to make sure you say what happened on that day, that 19th. You have to emphasize your observation. Let me tell you, there was somebody that was so upset about what was going on. They started praying. When you called on somebody, some reverend father to pray, then somebody, I don't even remember their name, came up and started praying. The person said that anybody that is working against our leader, that is going to go back to them. You can sense he was in the spirit. He knew what was going on. That's why he said that prayer. And before we could say, he said the second time. Chinwe Dimwachuku, who stole almost $14,000 from a New York account, came to that meeting. Before we could say, he said the second and third time, she turned the Zoom meeting off, so that nobody could say he said to the meeting of that man. And what was she doing? She stole $14,000 from New York account. She was at the meeting. When that guy started praying, she didn't even wait for the guy to finish praying. She shut the meeting down. And I challenge all the people that were in that meeting to speak up, or you get punished for being silent.
So I want to ask you a question now. So when all these people started appearing into the meeting when they were not there before, and when you find out that they have said, oh, this meeting will no longer hold, what was your own comment? Were you able to speak? Were you in the meeting?
I didn't speak, but I called Madam Oiba, said, is this recorded? Can you see what is going on? As soon as they got the phone call that our leader has been abducted, that's when they came. They were relaxed, and then they closed the meeting. I said, is this recorded? She said, they don't record any of their meetings. So that's when we hold a meeting, we insist that it's recorded. So that meeting was not recorded. But I know that more than 56 people were in attendance. Yes. So as soon as they heard, they got the news they were waiting for, they all started appearing. Like to them, they've taken over. It is over. They've taken over. Like when I analyze this account, I'm going to tell you that this Chinyere when you opened this limited liability company, it was registered on the 27th. It was approved, already implemented on the 27th. And I live in California where she lives. It takes about 6 weeks to 8 weeks to register a business and get it approved. So they already made arrangements about our leader. They decided in their mind that our leader was not going to exist anymore. That's when she registered this business. This business was approved on July 27th. So they started the process. When they closed the account, June 14th, they started the process around the time they closed the account. I'm going to emphasize it on my video.
Dr. Nelly, there's somebody here that is about to confirm to us that he was in the meeting. Do you want me to bring him up?
No, they have to speak up. Everybody has to speak up. Our leader has to come out.
Yes, somebody just calling me now. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, my name is Paul. I'm a coordinator from United States. I was in that meeting.
Why were you in the meeting, please?
I'm a coordinator. Everybody as a coordinator, you have to be in the meeting.
Okay.
That was on the 19th of June.
19th of June. And what was the purpose of the meeting?
Yeah, that was the Onion to call us for the meeting. And the other coordinators to come over. As a matter of fact, our regional coordinator, Oliver Obi, sent the meeting invitation to everybody on the Eastern region. So that's why I got the invitation. Then other coming a little bit late, But I remember, when the meeting started, when everybody called in, we were worried. Everybody was kind of worried why Onyendu did not show up. That this is unlike him. He doesn't miss time. He always on point, on time. Everybody became a kind of, uncomfortable with what is going on. We at the point because the secretary was the one that trying to reach Onyendu. She's saying that his number is not going through. So all of us, we became worried. How can Onyendu schedule a meeting, without showing up? So a lot of people, okay, we started to, after she said, okay, let her get back to see if she can get to Onyendu and call and update us on what is going on. A lot of people wanted to stay for some, I think the meeting is supposed to start around, we stayed more than, I can't remember the time because I tried to put it down from my phone. I couldn't get the detail again. But I remember that we waited more than 30 minutes, you know, and then some people were like, okay, let us wait. This is Onyendu, you know, that let us all wait till Onyendu comes in. And some people suggested that, you know, let's go, you know, when she gets to Onyendu, which is the kind of Okadafo, when she gets to Onyendu, that she's going to send a message to regional coordinator to inform everybody to come back maybe in about 2 hours, you know, because she was saying that Onyendu was not picking, you know, that he might be in a meeting, you know, but everybody was kind of not comfortable with the answers they are giving. Even me personally, since this is not Onyendu's behavior, I was a little bit uncomfortable with the whole thing, if it's okay or not, because I wasn't comfortable with, you know, what is going on. That's just the truth. I wasn't comfortable because this is something like Onyendu. If he gives you time for a meeting, he shows up and he'll be there on time. So I was a little bit uncomfortable for him not to show up, and we've been there more than 30 minutes. You know, so I was a little uncomfortable because it was a little bit strange on my own part. You know, so that's just what I want to chip in. I think that
and when who announced that that we should close it, that you guys should close the meeting and go since our leader will not be there? Can you remember the person?
I remember Carolina Okafor, like just the moderator
yes.
of the meeting.
Yes.
I know she's the moderator. She's the one that since she was the Onyendu's secretary.
Yes.
She's the one that always kind of say on what will happen on the you know, on the you know, since we are waiting. She's the one that was briefing us. You know. Okay. So basically, she's the secretary. She's the one that you know, make decision on what will happen. That's my understanding. So
she ended the meeting based on the fact that they can't hear from our leader. They don't know what happened. Is that true?
They could not reach Onyendu, yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Just call me back, okay?
Sorry.
No, before you go,
hold on.
You hear any of the things I said about watching your own money? Did you notice?
Yes. Can you remember watching what you were saying during that time when everybody was waiting for our leader?
Sincerely speaking, I was a little bit uncomfortable because we did not see Onyendu. Personally, me, I was a little bit confused. I wasn't comfortable because this is unlike Onyendu. We know he's once they call him military.
Yeah, I know, but can you remember anything she said?
Sincerely speaking, you know, I got kids, you know, I was going back and forth, so I don't really.
Okay.
It might be when I go off, so I don't really.
Okay.
Say what I'm not sure of, you know.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling. Okay. We will need all of you to come out and speak because this is not time for
this challenge to all the coordinators, regional coordinators in the United States, everybody that attended this meeting. If you want your freedom, we have to say the truth. You have to come out and say what you remember that happened. If you don't want to come out, you can text in Sima. You have to say what happened. You have to emphasize what Chinyaramonye said. You have to collaborate this story because you know you heard what I said. She made 3 statements. She said that the Zoo government is chasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life is in danger. She said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not attend the meeting. And all 3 happened. Because they already sold him. They already know he was kidnapped. As soon as they got the confirmation that he was kidnapped, they came to the meeting and dismissed the meeting. And you have to speak out the truth for your children and generation to come. This truth has to be told because we cannot afford to be dying every day. Because God said that we have to know the truth and the truth will make us free. This is the part of the truth that should be spoken. I thank Ifeanyi Ejiofor for coming out. Barrister Ejiofor came out. Because this is what we know. If they wanted to kill him, they tried to kill him in every shape or form, every manner that is known to kill a man. They tried to kill him.
So my question will be, if Chika Edozien was present in that meeting, which is supposed to be the next in command, and up to today there's no open investigation, why is it that Chika Edozien has refused to come out and open that investigation to investigate more? Where is all these people you are mentioning, Chinyere and Nena? Where are they? Why are they not speaking up? Where is the Caroline of the? Are they still in IPOB? Are they still doing their job? And why is it that they have not opened up to tell us what really happened to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up till now, even after 4 months?
And that's what these people that call themselves freedom fighters are doing. You can ask in basic intelligent question. Your leader just got kidnapped and abducted, and you saw all these signs. You're not trying to investigate it. People that took money from your enemies are the ones controlling you, telling you command and control to cover their crime. And they are the people that are still holding our leader. We have to know the truth, and the truth will make us free. Chika Edozien was in this meeting. Chika Edozien was also acting strange and weird. If this was recorded, you will see for yourself. This is simple human psychology. You can read body language. And I challenge all the people that were present at that meeting to speak up. Okay. For your sake, speak up.
So there's a challenge already on ground. So we are calling on Chika Edozien. All Biafrans, you are listening to us. Chika Edozien, Caroline, and other people who were involved in that meeting. There were 56 of them. They should all come out and clear the air of what happened to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But this question I want to ask you. Did you, Dr. Nelly?
They have to say that they heard Chinyere when he said these three things. Because that's all we needed to know. How did she know that our leader's life was in danger? How did she know that our leader, the Zoo government, was chasing our leader? That's when he was kidnapped. They knew it. That's what I'm trying to make. They knew it. And then once our leader was captured, she came back and sat down and told us that our leader would not be coming to the meeting. That's what we need to talk about. We need to discuss this thing. It's 6 months, six freaking months.
Yes. Yeah, we will talk about it because now it's open. Biafrans will be asking that question because I know every Biafran will see this interview. Now, the question now is, because you said God revealed to you and you know, so how were they able to capture our leader? Was our leader sleeping? Was he on call or how?
Okay, this is what I saw. I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. I'm not saying that it is what happened. I'm going to tell you what I saw. But I guarantee you that when the truth comes out, it's going to be accurate. Because God cannot lie. I'm a prophet of Chukwu Kikabiam, and he cannot lie. And I cannot say what has not been shown to me. God forbid that I should lie. So, when our leader did not show up, we knew there was a problem. And a phone call was placed to our leader. Somebody snatched the phone and shut it down. That's the confirmation. Then the next thing I saw, okay, our leader got a phone call. I saw it clearly. He got a phone call. And he was responding to that phone call.
Do you know who called our leader?
I don't know, but I have my speculation. But I'm going to tell you I'm going to stick to what I saw. I have my speculation. I know for one who called, but I'm just going to tell you what I saw. He got a phone call. He went out to respond to that phone call. I didn't see him anywhere around airport. I didn't see him anywhere around any hotel. I saw him in somewhere that looked like a regular place, a regular apartment. So he got that phone call. He stepped outside to respond to that phone call. That's when he was wrapped up and put in the trunk of a car. So then the next thing I saw, after that, then the next thing I saw was him laying down. He was like laying down somewhere. So I called my friend. I said, oh, I think Onyindu may be in the hospital again.
Sorry, which of your friend? Is it unknown or you don't want to declare?
With me mentioning her. I'm going to say her name, even though I didn't have permission. I called Madam Oyibo. I said, this is what I'm seeing. I think our leader is in the hospital again. I said, can you pray and see if you're going to see something similar to what I saw or maybe contrary to what I saw? I said, I saw him on a bed. He was laying down on a bed. So when I saw him laying down on a bed, I figured out that he might be in the hospital. Because the last time when I didn't hear from him for 3 days, I also saw him on a bed. And I saw things being done to him. That's how I knew that he was in the hospital. So this time around, I saw him on a bed again. So I called Madam Oyibo. I said, probably they have done the same thing to him again, that I think he's in the hospital. So she was panicking. Everybody was panicking. So after praying, she just prayed for the angels of God to come and take care of him and move him out there. And then we kept going back and forth, you know. There was just panic. Every day there was panic. Every day we keep going back and forth. So after I saw him laying down on that thing, that I didn't see like a bed, but like a bed with mattress or whatever. But I know I saw him laying down. And then he was not like responding. So that's what I felt he was in a hospital. Then after a while, I called Madam Oyibo again. I was happy. I said, I think our leader, because now the next thing I saw him with his family, with his wife. I saw him with his wife. So I called. I said, oh, I'm so happy. I think probably from the hospital, they took him to, so he went to be with his wife. So his wife will now take care of him. That's what I saw.
That could have been my question. Do you know if our leader was with somebody when he was kidnapped or he was alone?
I keep seeing a lot of people around him, but I don't know if he was with any particular person. But I know that the person that called him was somebody that he trusted. I knew that after that happened, I was seeing people like running around doing things. I couldn't understand what they were doing, but they were like busy running around because of the kidnap, you know. So, and those are people that are part of it. It's not that they were running to save him. They were running like, oh, it's been done, you know, trying to cover up, doing some. I'm not going to say what I didn't see, but I know they were running around doing something. And whatever they were not doing was not in the benefit of our leader. They were all working against our leader. So I'm going to go back to when I saw him around his wife. So I saw him around his wife, and I called Madam Oyibo. I said, I'm happy. I think from the hospital, he went to be with his wife. So later on, I saw him in that house. So I don't know exactly why I saw him with his wife. But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you that his spirit left and went to be with his family. Because eventually I found out that he didn't travel. He was still in that location where they held him. So when I spoke to Madam Oyibo, he said no. That no, I think the next day she said no, that he's still in that certain place. But I know I can describe, if I see him, I will describe exactly the structure of the house. Even the tree that was that is in front of the house. So then that's when I started seeing him in that location in the form of laying down again. And when I saw him in that house, I realized that it was not a hospital. I also realized that he didn't travel to go be with his family. So he was still in that same location. So then that's when I saw people, they had a rope around his neck. The first person had it and was trying to strangle him. Then after he couldn't do it, then another person came and had the rope on one side and the other person, and they were trying to as tight as they could to strangle him. And then after that, I think I saw his eyes and he didn't look dead. He didn't die. Then I also saw them cut his wrist, so that there's a place where you cut it here, the person will like die. It's there. They tried to do that to him. Then I also saw them get something like a shot, injections. They put that injections. I don't know the name of the injection, but I knew what that injection was doing. It was supposed to cause him a massive heart attack. It was supposed to shatter the muscle of his heart. That's exactly what I saw. And they kept injecting him with that thing to shatter the muscles of his heart. So when they injected him, I would see him vibrate like electric shock. And after a while, they injected him again, and I would see him vibrate. But then the muscles were not shattered. So I don't know, for some reason it was not shattered, but the purpose was to shatter it. Another thing I saw is somebody that hit him so hard on the chest again. That's after they've injected him with whatever that was supposed to shatter the muscles of his heart. They now hit him so hard. And then shortly after that, I called Madam Uyibo. Then I was crying. Even though I keep hearing that they cannot kill him. They cannot kill him. But I was so frantic, I was crying. And then that's when she told me what was happening to her. I don't know if she will want me to share this. She's not the type that likes to tell her story. But, you know, I have to tell the truth. I have to say what it is. So she was in her garage. And then something hit her chest so hard and she dropped on the ground. So when I called her, she told me that she's in pain, that I'm right. They hit him hard on the chest. And she even felt the impact. She's going to tell her story. She's going to tell their relationship and why she was able to feel the pains that was being inflicted on him. And she still feels it up to this day. Whenever she's finished, she'll call. I said because they took poison to him. They poisoned him. She feels it. She feels it. And when our leader will come out, I'm going to tell him all the times they try to poison him in DSS custody. These are things that we have to know. God is not revealing it for us to keep it a secret. So she told me about her ex. I kept calling her. Do you still feel the pains? Do you feel? She said she's still feeling the pains. So and I'm going to tell you that that part of revelation has been confirmed. Because when our leader was in DSS custody, they said that his heart was 30% enlarged or something. Basically, something happened to the heart. That has been established already. So the other thing they did, you know, our leader is not a big guy. So they had him it's like they climbed somewhere. I don't know how they did it. Climbed somewhere, had our leader, and dropped our leader so hard. They dropped him so hard so that his bones would break. Because initially, I didn't understand why they were dropping him. But I heard a voice that said, just like Christ, his bones was not broken. So when I heard that, just like Christ, his bone was not broken, I knew that their intention was to shatter his bone. Because they've been trying to kill him. So that would have broken every bone in his body, and maybe he would have died. So that's one of the ways they tried to kill him. I'm going to tell you this. At a point, I think our leader died. Because those DSS, remember I told you, every single one of them are Nigerian DSS. So, because later on I called Madam Uyibo, I said, because she was praying for God to send an angel to go and rescue him. So I later called her, I said, I think an angel went there. Because I saw our leader laying straight. I didn't know if he was dead or he was still alive. But I heard one of those DSS people step outside and made a phone call. So what they were saying in the phone call was basically telling some people that our leader is dead. They were trying to find a way to get rid of his body. They were talking about, do they cut him in pieces and toss his body all over the place, or how are they going to dispose the body? That's what the phone call, that's what the person was talking about in the phone call. And then when they came, I saw the other officer that walked in was now doing something like CPR to our leader, like breathing. Like, to me, it was CPR that he was doing something to our leader. And then by the time he finished, I think the people that went to make the phone call came in. And then they looked at our leader and they were surprised. Like, what happened? What the heck? Because to them, he was already died and they were talking about how to dispose his body. But what they didn't know is that DSS guy is not really one of them. He was an angel that came to resuscitate our leader. He was not part of them, but they thought he was part of them. The guy was an angel. He's the one that was breathing into our leader. He was breathing into our leader and our leader started to breathe again. But then I remember telling our leader that God said that he will restore and renew. that he will restore and renew. So when I said that, I kept all these were text messages, because when I say things to our leader, I also text it, because if he forgets, I always try to do a screenshot and forward it to him. So they said that he will be renewed, he will be restored, that everything that was lost and broken will be renewed. So when that man, I knew he was not a man, he was an angel that breathed life into our leader, because those people thought that he was dead. So when they came back, our leader was not dead. That is the same man that started telling them the best thing is to take him to Nigeria. That since he has refused to die, this man made suggestions. They're just going to act like they just arrested him and brought him to Nigeria. They just kidnapped him or renditioned him and brought him to Nigeria. He was giving the suggestions to them, and they bought into their initial plan was they didn't have the intention to bring him to Nigeria.
So how long did this last in Kenya before they decided to take him to Nigeria? Do you know?
I know in the physical realm he was missing for more than a month. That's what I know. So how long it took them in Kenya to do all this is what I don't know. But I know that every day I kept praying, because every day I would see something else. So, but I remember that this truth is going to come out, believe me, because even the DSS officers will confess one day. They have to confess before they die. So they're going to tell you that they don't know who this man. They believe he's their boss. He's one of them. And this is the man that was doing the CPR to our leader. And when they came back, our leader was already breathing again. And that's the same man that suggested to them that the best thing was to take him back to Nigeria. They never had intention of taking him back to Nigeria. So this man, whom I know is an angel, is the one that suggested for them to take him to Nigeria. That is how they took him to Nigeria. So everything that I'm telling you, whether it happened in 2 days, 3 days, or in 1 day, I can't tell you. But I know that our leader was missing for this number of days, for that 8 days.
Yeah, we also know that our leader should have some security around him. And even recently in this same interview that was granted by Ejiofor, he said that there's a CCTV recording of what happened to our leader. So can you comment on this? Because I have a question for Ejiofor any day I see him. Why did he keep the CCTV recording up to this point that people were speculating? And yes, go ahead, please.
For me, I don't know about the CCTV camera. God didn't show me the CCTV camera, but it exists. It's somewhere. I also know that there are branch, there are security people, there are IPOB members in Kenya. So if our leader was missing, there's supposed to be an alert. Like Chinyere Onwunye, who knew that our leader was in trouble, was being chased and would not come to the meeting. Like Caroline, who knew, Nnenayanya, who knew, if they alerted people in Kenya, would have started looking for our leader. Why is somebody hiding the camera, the CCTV? Why did somebody not look for our leader? Why are the people who knew that he didn't come to that meeting not start looking for him? We started doing what we can.
Yes, because that is an important question we are going to ask.
Exactly.
Them. So because you said they said in the meeting that the Zoo government is after our leader, or something, our leader is not going to attend the meeting and all of that. So we want to know from what did they do and all of that. I believe that will be.
They knew all those things. What
yes.
did they do? How come the people in Kenya, IPOB members in Kenya, did not know or did not do anything? This is a grand conspiracy. When I'm going to tell you guys about this Biafra, it's a grand conspiracy. And we gave room to this conspiracy. We contributed our children for sacrifice. It's a covenant. So they are holding us hostage because of our own fault. The devil cannot do anything to you without your consent. So this is part of the grand conspiracy against our Biafra restoration.
Yeah, because because this is what I wanted to say.
Not an extraordinary rendition. Extraordinary rendition was not a part of the deal. The deal was to kill him and disappear his body. And the people that he trusted was waiting for him to be killed, and his body disappeared, and nobody will ask of it. They would have pretended that it happened the night before, when it happened like 7-8 days ago. So this is a grand conspiracy. Let me tell you about our freedom. Everything that could have possibly gone wrong went wrong. That's why we're going to know that Chukwuemeka is the only one single-handedly gave us our freedom when we get it. Because everything that is supposed to work against us have worked against us and continue to work against us. The people that surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are the people that Lucifer used and continue to use to make sure that we are not free. But guess what? Our freedom is not in the hands of man. It is in the hand of our Creator. So the big question, there was not that the meeting happened. You know that our leader did not come to the meeting.
So the question I want to ask, is, if I was,
can I take this call? It's very, very important. Please.
Okay, go ahead. Take the call. So because if I was Chika Edoziem and I don't have anything, if I don't know what happened to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I could have been asking questions. I could have been so inquisitive. Up till now, it's been 6 months, right? There has not been any update. There's not been proper investigation of what happened to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and all kinds of things has transpired. Yet Nobody has spoken about what really happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why we should be asking more questions, because we really want to know. And everybody is saying, let us wait until our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out. We all know that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never come and talk about all these things. When our leader come out, our leader will focus on Biafra restoration, because for the fact that if our leader should come out, it means that he has overcome death. He has overcome them. He has overcome the confusion that they try to bring, the killing or whatever that they wanted to do to him. So our leader will not. So that is a concern of everybody, why people need to ask that question. And even up to today, because when I listen to Ejiofor, that he has the CCTV recording of how our leader was kidnapped, that is a question. No investigation. Yet Ejiofor is still talking with DOS or with the Chika Edozim, and he has the CCTV. Then why is it that the investigation did not happen? Because we could have seen everybody that were in that venue, or everybody that participated in that place, or that was available, or that joined hands to kidnap our leader. And if there was a CCTV camera, what Dr. Nelly just said now, that few people later went and visited the place, the location where our leader was in there, it means the CCTV camera should also record these people as well. So I think the CCTV camera is recording is something that we need at this very important moment. You understand me? And then up till now, we have not heard from those same security officers or people that was protecting our leader. You know, these are the questions that we should be interested in to know. My question to you, Dr. Nelly, is: so all this while that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya, did you know about it?
I don't ask specific questions. I knew that our leader was somewhere. I didn't ask exactly, because I know he travels. But when all this came out, that's when I knew that the actual location was in Kenya. I try not to ask too much questions. But when I have a message for our leader, I'll give it to him. When he gives me instructions on what to do, I will give it. I never asked where he was, but I know from conversations, I knew he was in an environment that was like really warm. Because he will say something like heat here, you know. And at that time, most places were cold. So it has to be Africa that is going to be that warm. So that's the much I know, yes.
Wow, yes. Thank you very much on that particular question. Answer that you gave. But a lot of people are asking that I should ask you. I don't know if it's an appropriate question, but lots of people say, why did our leader go to that location? But you say that you don't know anyways, so you wouldn't have known.
He's a freedom fighter. It depends on where it takes him. He's a freedom fighter. He can go places. Probably he's negotiating with people. Probably he feels comfortable staying there. We cannot question why he went to Kenya. He's a freedom fighter. He has gone to so many parts of the countries. He goes all over the place. So if unfortunately Kenya was the place where they found appropriate to kidnap him, don't forget that our leader trusts certain people. Our leader trusts and loves certain people. There are people who are very close to our leader. These people could have suggested any location for him to go, which will make it easy for their plan, their grand plan. So I wouldn't be surprised if people that are close to him, don't forget that our leader trusts these people. If they suggested to him, oh, Kenya would be a good place for you to stay, knowing that it's going to be easy for them to do the arrangement to have our leader killed. So I wouldn't put that past them.
So the other question I wanted to ask is, during that time when our leader was missing, some people were tweeting using his Twitter account. Did you know those people? Was it the DSS?
Keep in mind that this is the same people that told us that our leader will not be coming to a meeting. There's a problem. He is running from the zoo. His life is in danger. Our leader did not come to that meeting. Our leader was already kidnapped in Kenya. Remember, they were already killing him. These people, Caroline Okorafo and Kanu Takanu, Caroline specifically was the one tweeting with our leader's account. Every single day, making it look like our leader was the one tweeting.
Yes.
We already know he was already kidnapped.
And they also told us that our leader is coming to broadcast.
Yes, somebody came. This person was trying to make us start looking for our leader. This person said that our leader was coming to broadcast. What this person was trying to do was to get us to start looking for our leader. The same Caroline Okorafo, I have the screenshot, shut him down, told him to pull that message down because our leader would not be broadcasting. She knew that our leader would not be broadcasting. She knew that this person was trying to set an alert to alarm us. She told him to pull it down because our leader would not be broadcasting. Kanu Takanu, people called Kanu Takanu to ask him about our leader. Kanu Takanu told them that our leader was in the mountain praying.
All right, my wonderful family.